everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for tuning in as always, and please accept my apologies for the slight drought in content recently. Anyway, today's the day. We have got Autoglym 3-stage process, Polar Blast, currently in the foam sprayer, Polar Wash, and then Polar Seal. Obviously built amber or red 7, can't tell. I've used these bottles, repurposed those bottles. Anyway, so the bit about today is we're doing the whole clean in all the products in the IK multi-sprayer, not the foamer. Now, a guy asked on the channel recently, be interested to see if you could do it with the sprayer. So I did a little bit of research, and it was interesting actually. I googled, you know, do you need foam? And the funny thing is, it took me straight into like a popular shampoo website, and said, you know, we've been conditioned to believe that more bubbles, more foam equals more cleaning, but apparently that's not strictly true. Anyway, I quickly dived out of that website and thought, well, I need to get onto a more car-centric discussion. Couldn't find any discussion about it, but it got me to thinking, you know, just because it's not foamy, the product's the same. Same product, same dilution, 100 ml of Polar Blast in here, 500-600 ml of water, and so the chemical constituents are identical. It's just not going to come out that foamy. Anyway, car's nice and clean, nice and dirty. Freudian slip. Nice and dirty. So it'll be a good test. And do you know what I think? I mean, I'm not a scientist, but I think the difference is going to be, without foam, it won't hang. So there won't be the cling time. During the autumn, you know, it's nice and damp in the UK at the moment, I think it's going to do all right. So while we're here, let's get a little bit on here and see how we get on. And that's I haven't tried it yet. This is, again, as always in my videos, this is my first try. So my first try is your first experience. So let's start getting that on from the top. And we'll let that roll down the panel, hopefully taking some dirt with it, and that can be our test panel. While that's going, and before I start ferociously pumping the sprayer off camera, let's just get this on, because they need some love. It's getting close to my needing my winter. I need to get it up on ramps, really. Get it on ramps, get the lanyard guard, get it all snow foamed underneath, get lanyard guard on, let it dry, get lanyard guard on, then start doing the top side, get pearl on dark side, and get the plastics coated, get the door rubbers and the window rubbers all coated with something SiO2 based or silicon based, just to give it some protection. Stops the windows, pillarless doors and the windows sticking to the rubbers when they freeze, which won't be long, I don't think, given the current state of the weather. Right, let's get that in, let that dwell. So I think that's going to be the key difference really with the using the sprayer, is that you won't have the cling time or the dwell time. Right, I'm going to pump the sprayer and get around the whole car. Right, so we'll just keep getting that on from the top. so it can slide down the car. Well, it comes out significantly more bubbly than I was expecting. I'll get a nice shot of that. Make sure I keep these wet. I don't suppose that's going to be too hard, given the current weather. Well, I am really impressed with how bubbly it's coming out, or should we say lively. Coming out nice and lively, which is good. It's what we want. Agitate the surface. Time will tell. Right, this was the first panel. It's just been sitting here. Haven't done anything with it yet. Just been pumping the foamer, sprayer. Gotta stop doing that. Make sure we get as much as I normally would. Right, let's go one last block. See if I can get a bit up underneath. Nothing major. Keep them wet as standard. Get up in the arches and then just evaporate the rest. I think that's just air now. The last bit's coming out. Shall we get coverage on here? And that is that. Excuse me. Well, I am surprised. It's gone on nice. We remember how dirty it was down here. I mean, it seems to be doing as you'd expect. Let's start getting that sprayed off straight away. Go straight in. Start at this bit. it's been 2 weeks since its last clean, and it's got nothing else but Guy-On wet coat on it. And as you can see from the water action, we're getting clean there. This is doing all right. I think that's all right. That's good. Right, we'll do a side, and then I'll get the rest done off camera, and we'll get the polar washing. Remember, these were quite dirty, so this will be a good test. We'll start at the top, let it run down, and then we'll get close up on that bit. Right, let's see how we're looking. Well, as a pre-wash, looking there and there, and the panels I've done, I think we're looking good. We're looking good. I'm pleased. There's some of the skank that I haven't touched yet, so that's getting a little bit of extra hang time. And I mean, the hanging, it's not terrible. Still flowing. Still some very, very slight movement, which is what you want. It's not drying on the panel. You know, I'll get that rinsed off. We'll have a little look at it fully rinsed, and then we'll get the polar wash in. Right, just grab my mitt. Get that ready. Excuse me. Right, so. Oh, I was speechless. So that's as good a pre-wash as I normally get. If anything, the product was a little bit harder to get off. Whether that's because it wasn't aerated, so it's not sitting in a half a centimetre to a centimetre thick bubbles. Maybe there was a thicker concentration of the pure liquid. So when you start hitting it with the pressure washer, as you saw, it bubbles up. But that seemed to go on longer. It seemed to take a little bit longer to rinse than normal. Anyway, like I say, that's as good a pre-wash as I'm accustomed to. So, really pleased. Really pleased. It's done good. So we'll get ready for contact. And as I say, you know, this hasn't been touched yet. And it's come up all right. Right, let's have a little look at the delivery of this polar wash. So we'll get this in, then I'll start agitating it off. And I thought what I might do with this, I'm going to save a little bit in the bottom, just so I can keep my mitt lubricated, because that's the difference. This is what wash is doing. Wash has the lubricant in it, so it keeps it nice and slippery and slidey over your paintwork when you don't want to be dragging any residual grit over it. So we'll get it nice so it's all sort of lubricated. Let's just have a little feel. Wonderful, as usual. So we'll get it all lubricated nicely. And then start the 2-bucket wash. Just going to go around the whole car, as you've seen, in one pump. Smashing. So I'll get this on. Last bit up here. Like I say, we're just looking for nice lubrication. Right, let's pause that a sec while I pump. I changed my mind on the spraying it on my mitt part. There's no need. I mean, look, it's clean up here, lovely. This is predominantly because of the current weather conditions and the moisture in the atmosphere. Just for good measure, eh? Why not? Let's have a see. Let's have a little look. Sorry, just getting my mitt. Straight lines, as always. And that's all it's going to need. Just a nice, gentle hand wash. And it feels nice and slick, as always. Plenty of suds on there. No complaints. Rub any bits off on the grit guard. No complaints. Paint feels nice. It's good. Right, get a side done. I'll do the rest off camera. Do that wing very quickly. Just doing nice. Let's do this panel. Nice. So that is lovely. Let's get me a pour out. Still nice and lubricated. Great. Right, I'll get it done, we'll get it rinsed, and we'll start getting the seal on. Well, just before pre-rinse, or rinse, I thought I'd show the lubrication. That has gone on a treat. Been around the whole car. You can see where you've been. You can see where I've wiped. So I'm just going to rinse. And get the Polar seal on. Right, so I've been around the whole car, as seen in the previous clip, just about to rinse. Done a quick buzz around the wheels with a soft sponge. Nothing too major, barely touched it if I'm honest. So we'll just look at how this starts coming off. And I've also mixed up the Polar seal in the IK sprayer, just over 200 ml of water, and no more than 40 ml of product, which is 4 capfuls. And if you've seen my other videos about Autoglym 3-step process, you will know that the instructions specifically say there's no benefit in using more. So I'll rinse the panel, then get the rest of the car done off camera, and then we'll look at how the Polar Seal goes on. Just now starting to see some decent water action, which is interesting really. There was zero water action really after Polar Blast phase, but since putting the Polar Wash on, we're starting to see less cling, a little bit of water action, which is good. So, very pleasing. So I'll get that all rinsed off camera, and then we'll film the Polar Seal going on. Well, I can honestly say that has exceeded my expectations. Let's get a good shot from here. So, kind of clarified my thoughts that the product will do pretty much the same whether it's delivered in a foam or not. I will admit, if it was summer, it would have been evaporating in the heat, and in that case, foamer, getting the delivery on, getting it on quick, you can blanket the car in a minute. Anyway, let's start getting this in, shall we? Polar Seal. Just a light misting all over. I generally like to get round as quick as possible to make sure I've got full coverage, and then if there's any left, we can layer up. Goes on nice, goes on even better. Right, we're getting through that. Get it on. It all gets mixed in with the hose anyway, so no real drama. Just have a quick look at that. You can see it doing its job. Starting to repel water. And that's your lot. Right, get that mixed in. This is the best part, obviously. Or one of the most satisfying bits. Right, let's get it mixed in. And you can see it doing its job. In fact, that's dry. Lovely. Let's have a little look down here. This is probably the worst paint on the car, the bonnet, so it's a good test. So let's see the drips making a break for it. Lovely. Right, get all that mixed in. to get around this bit as quick as possible. Yeah. 12:45. 12:45. Yeah. So, that's that on. Starting to see a lovely bead. Let's look on here. You can always see what's happening on here. So starting to get a lovely bead. Application was fabulous, as you'd expect from this video. As you've seen during the process, the sprayer's done good, which is nuts. Anyway, I'm gonna rinse that fully, get the woolly mammoth on it, and we're done. I'll just quickly try and demonstrate how easy it is to dry with the woolly mammoth and the Autoglym 3-stage process. So I'll try and do this one-handed, but you can see the simplicity. And I am now going to just pick that up and drag it across the roof in a moment. But it's literally slider across, and that's what you get. Easy, easy peasy. So I'm going to buzz round, get that done. Well, that is that. As far as short, sharp autumnal maintenance washes go, I'm as pleased as always would be, as normal I should say, and the finish is comparable. The delivery of all the products was nice. Really pleased, really surprised, and in some respects it kind of made sense. My rationale regarding the product's the same, whether it comes out as foam or if it comes out as product. Just less cling time. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that one. I enjoyed that as usual. I know what you're saying, do the wheels. I might if I get time. I'm going mountain biking. I'm going mountain biking today. So, quick catch up on YouTube videos, make a video, get this upload into the computer, and do the editing later, and then go mountain biking. Wish me luck. Anyway, hope you enjoyed that one, and if you're enjoying the content, please consider a like and subscribe, and maybe hit that bell button so you get notifications when I post up new content. And I've got quite a lot planned for autumn. Anyway, thanks for tuning in as always. Take care, see you very, very soon. Bye bye.